everyone, I've got Mr Smelly with me today.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about fragrances by the house of Sarah Baker. Sarah Baker's a niche perfume house.
Sarah Baker Perfumes it's
Sarah
called,
Baker Perfumes,
and she is an artist who's now branched out and given us a fragrance line. And we have 4 fragrances to try, don't we?
Yes.
We've been sent some samples very kindly by the company, and we sampled them a while back and just tried them again this evening. They're all on cards.
Yes.
We're going to tell you what you think about them.
So we've just pre-sprayed them about an hour ago now.
Yep.
We've been sniffing while we're having a little drinky. And now we're ready to talk to you about our experience with the fragrance.
Yes, 4 different fragrances, and the 2 perfumers are 2 of them are from Sarah McCartney, who's the lady behind 4160 Tuesdays, that perfume brand. She's the head of that brand and the perfumer. And the other one is Ashley Eden Kessler, another female perfumer. So Sarah Baker is just the director.
Creative director, yeah.
Okay, so which one should we start with then, Claire?
Let's start with the 2 by Sarah McCartney.
Okay.
So I think it was because Sarah McCartney was the perfumer that I was most interested in trying the brand, really.
Right, yeah. You are a fan of her, yeah.
And I really liked the sound of lace from the descriptions I was seeing on Instagram. Okay. I wanted to smell lace in particular.
Okay.
So should we start with that one?
Yes. After sunset, you might require a candle-lit boudoir while the sea breeze gently billows the curtains of an open window. Satin sheets, lingerie, Stevie Nicks playing out of the bedside cassette tape player. So there's a lot of these have a little bit of an 80s vibe, according to some of the blurb on their website. Okay.
So the notes on lace, we've got musk, coconut, hedione, ambroxan, vanilla, cologne, which is that sort of sea breeze, melony kind of thing, jasmine and cedar.
And I think cologne came to be quite popular in the 80s and 90s as a fragrance note.
And what do you think?
Well, it's really soft, a little bit pink and feminine compared to the others. Not mega, really, really girly, but quite girly and pink and fluffy and powdery. I thought I got a nice jasmine note. I think that's listed.
Yeah. Jasmine and hedione also will smell a little bit jasmine-like. So to me, it's definitely musky. It's really fluffy, soft, floral, very sweet. I think it's just a touch too sweet for my taste.
It's a little bit fits in with the world of maybe somebody dressed a little bit over glam for the 80s, and things was very sort of feminine was feminine, masculine was masculine.
So
more than
saying?
I did say a tarty person. That wasn't supposed to be on the video, but a little bit sort of very, very obviously a bit like Madonna in Desperately, I don't know
like
in some of those films she was in. She might have worn something like, I don't know, maybe very feminine, very nice.
Yeah,
perhaps not my thing personally.
Yeah, it wasn't quite how I imagined it. I think it's just a touch too sweet, and for me there's this animalic undertone that I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. It does smell really nice, and I'll definitely enjoy it if someone walked past and smelling of it. It's not one that I would pick for myself, but it's close. It's very close to the kind of stuff that I like.
Yeah. Okay, so a like, not a love for both of us, but it was good.
Okay, so the next one from Sarah McCartney as well is called Tartan. I couldn't remember what it was called earlier.
So you said it was called Aberdeen
Angus beef. I just knew it had some kind of Scottish connotation. So,
close, yeah.
Tartan, I've sprayed on my skin as well, and we've noticed a significant difference between being on paper and skin.
So yeah, Tartan, I'll just, if you read the notes, I'll look up my little description from the company's website. So
the notes of Tartan are Virginian cedar, Atlas cedar, cedar moss, bread, leather, hops, tobacco, Buddha wood, hedione, jasmine tea, labdanum.
Okay, their description on the website is: a fire is roaring in the library while you savour a glass of Macallan Lalique. I guess that's a whiskey. All nestled in a tartan blanket. Warmth and refined heritage envelop you after a walk with the corgis through mossy ruins in Scotland's Highlands. So
basically, you must be Prince Charles to wear
something like that. Yeah. So they're conjuring up this image of a sort of mansion or a stately home somewhere in Scotland, and it's got this boozy feel. We both get that.
I don't think it's that boozy. I know it's got hops in it. I don't think it's that boozy. To me, it's It's super woody, like pencil sharpenings, kind of musky, woody.
Yeah, I'll just show you the sample actually. There's a little hint of the tartan pattern there.
Oh, yeah.
And the samples are quite nice. Sorry, yep.
Very musky, very woody. To me, it's really, really comforting. I love it. It's such a nice, clean, woody smell. Like, and on skin, it's more moist, whereas on paper, it's much more dry smelling.
Yeah, we found it was a bit more green on you, if fresh green on you.
Yeah, a touch green on my skin.
Interesting. There aren't really any citrus notes in there, so it wasn't that kind of lemony stuff, and none of them seem to have a lot of citrus notes. But really nice, and we thought really nice, smooth, sweet cedar wood. There's three different cedars. There's Virginia cedar, Atlas cedar, and then cedar moss. I guess it smells a bit like cedar, don't it?
Maybe if it's been living on a cedar tree, eating the cedar, it might smell like cedar.
I love, exactly. I love that crisp white kind of cedar wood note. It really has tons of that, and it's kind of sweet, interesting.
I don't notice the leather, but maybe it's very understated. Maybe it pops out later, but to me it's just so clean yet cozy and comforting. I really like that one actually.
Very versatile. We felt
I wasn't
really good.
expecting to like that one.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, it's got leather in it. Don't really get on with leather. It's going to be boozy. Don't always get on with boozy fragrances, but actually, I'd say that's my favourite. I think.
Close to being mine too. Really nice. Yeah. If you like the cedarwood type of notes, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So next up, let's explore the other perfumer, Ashley Eden Kessler, who's done Greek Keys and Leopard. So let's start with Greek Keys.
Right, bit of a difference of opinion here.
You really like this one,
So
don't
Greek Keys, I think, is the word for that pattern that you often see and that originates in Greece. And so, go ahead with the notes.
Right, notes are pink grapefruit, lemon, mandarin, elamite, rosemary, cologne, floral ozone, hedione, cedar, vetiver, cetalox, oak moss, and coumarin.
Right, and the description that the company gives is: experience the luxury of a sun-kissed Mediterranean super yacht with a warm breeze in the air and a blue horizon on the eyes. A bikini-clad man with a gold medallion nestled in his chest hair is serving refreshing drinks, and you can smell his glistening skin as he passes.
I'm just letting the cat out.
So Claire's letting the cat out. I'll just tell you about prices actually, because this applies to all of them. So these fragrances, a 50ml bottle is £120, and you can also buy a 9ml travel spray, and they're £28. So sort of, very much, they are niche fragrances, and the prices are not the highest in the world, but they're not. They're niche prices, so you've.
Shut up.
I'm just telling you the price. Yeah.
They're affordable for a niche house, I think.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I was trying to say.
Yes.
Okay.
So Greek Keys. You tell.
Greek Keys. I think it's really nice.
Tell them what you think.
It's fresh. It's citrusy. It's aquatic smelling. It's got a lot of aquatic elements. The cologne and the ozonic note or something. I get maybe a figgy, lemony, bergamot-y kind of thing. And lots of the aquatic kind of freshness. Reminded me a little bit of the last year's Hype Train Pacific Rock Moss from Goldfield and Banks. I thought there's a touch of fig in this one, but it's not listed as a note. So has that really? If the liquid in the bottle had a colour, I think they're not see-through bottles. It'd be light blue, and it's one of those fresh aquatic ones, but with a bit of niche quality. You totally don't feel that enthusiastic about that one, though, do you?
I don't really like aquatic ozonic fragrances generally. There's a couple when it's really subtle in a fragrance, I don't mind, but to me this makes me think of seaweed, and I can't get much more than maybe like a gin and tonic kind of There might be something gin and tonic-y about it, but I get like a kind of seaweedy note, which it doesn't agree with me at all. Very like a green thing that's too wet.
Maybe they're trying to invoke some of that real 90s and even Cool Water-esque or ozonic. They're really trying to get, because there's a retro vibe about these.
Yeah, it brings to mind a little bit Issey Miyake, that kind of thing.
Which you've never been
which
a fan
I've never really got on with. So it's maybe just that too far into that aquatic marine zone that I'm just not feeling.
Okay.
But you really like that one, don't you?
Yeah, I did like it. So Definitely, a lot of them will depend what kind of thing you like, and that's, I think, will apply to Leopard too. The next one.
Yes, so Leopard has notes of a frankincense, black pepper, cardamom, galbanum, cassis, rose, violet, sandalwood, patchouli, vetiver, labdanum, cetalox, castoreum, beeswax, cashmeran, and musk.
Okay, so the description for this one says, join us for an exciting chauffeur-driven night on the town. Tight pants, short skirts, spilled drinks, smudged lipstick, dance floors, and profanity. This fragrance is not for children. I'll try and show you the bottles just a bit there on the screen, and you can just cut a bit. Top of it's been cut off a bit, but they're quite nicely done.
They're cool.
The bottles there. So
yeah.
That's we're not doing a.
Not the most
we haven't got the technology here to put the picture on the screen.
We're
getting to train Claire in that. Okay, so yeah, really the most outstandingly different one of the bunch, probably.
Yeah, and again, it's slightly different on skin than it is on paper.
Yeah. All right.
On paper, I'm getting almost like a slight body odour note.
On paper, or on skin?
Yeah, on paper. No, on skin. Sorry. It might. Maybe there's a touch of cumin or something, a spice in there. But it's not too heavy. But I really like that.
So much more dark than some of the others, and a bit of an incense. We both sort of thought it had incense and pepper.
Yeah.
I do think there's a bit of that booziness about it. I thought it was a bit leathery. It's not
very
listed as
ambery, rich incense.
Yeah.
We didn't really spot the florals until we read about them. Now I know they're there. I can smell something floral, though I wouldn't necessarily pick up that it was rose, violet.
No. Okay.
There's just a hint of something floral in there, which kind of brightens it up, so it's not too dark. This would be the one I would pick for a night out.
Yeah, most of the others you could pick, or they're either a bit daytime or they don't have not clearly either thing. But this one definitely feels like, as the description says, night out, a little bit of debauchery in the air, maybe kind of sexy, that kind of thing. So
I'd say the debauchery is probably not mandatory, but it
is
definitely
when I go out. That's not.
You wish.
No, I know. True. But yeah, I wish it would be. So, okay, yeah, maybe not so.
It's not like.
You could wear it in a more civilised setting, no problem at all. It's really good.
It's not dirty,
No,
it's not mega loud, it's not too bold, but it is quite bold.
Yeah.
It's very much, it's got that kind of, it does have a party feel. If you were going to pick a fragrance to wear to a party, I think that would. Yeah. That would be a good
kind
one.
Of rich, spicy, little bit more exotic, darker kind of tone to this one. Hint of booze, some nice florals, resinous, ambery, that kind of thing. But not really out. It's not like an amouage or really exotic smelling.
No. And I think the florals are now coming out on my skin more so than they were on the paper.
Close to being a favourite. Maybe I'm going to give that one my nod for a slight favourite for me. I like that.
Yeah, I would say Leopard is probably just inched it into my favourite.
Okay. And we both like Tartan.
Tartan, I think, is that everyday, cosy comfort blanket. And you said it would be a perfect signature scent for someone because it is so versatile, isn't it? It's like
very. Yeah, you can wear it to work, no problem. Really nice. Just kind of woody, but a fresh sort of the freshness, a little bit of sweetness. Most of them unisex, lace a little bit feminine.
Lace might lean feminine.
Is leather panther? Is leather a bit more masculine?
Leopard.
Leopards. Did I say leopard? Yeah, leopard.
I think leopard, if anything, it could lean ever so slightly feminine. Okay. What do you think?
I would have said unisex.
Yeah.
I think they're all unisex, lace a little bit leaning gourmand, so probably more.
I think Greek keys is not going to appeal to many women, to be fair.
Okay. Greek keys feels more like your standard light blue aquatic man.
If you like, if you like aquatic, marine type fragrances, then and for some reason they are generally always aimed at men, aren't they? Those kind of things.
Mostly, yeah.
So, yeah. So that's our thoughts on Sarah Baker Perfumes. Let us know if you've tried them. What do you think? What's your favourite?
And the link to their website is in the description of your video, right?
It will be, yeah.
Thanks ever so much to the company for sending them. And we're very interested to try some more from these guys, aren't we?
Yeah, that's the point. There's a new one coming out with Miguel Matos, who is a prolific writer for Fragrantica. Okay. Really into his perfumes, and he's just actually made, I think for the first time, made his own fragrance with Sarah Baker. So I'd be really curious to try that and see how that one turns out.
Brilliant.
Because we love Miguel.
Yeah. Can't wait to see Luca Turin review it.
Oops.
Okay, cut. All right.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you very much. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Sorry, sweetie.
Let that cat in.